Hello, everybody. I'm going to introduce the watercolor collage that we're getting ready to start. And some of you aren't ready to do this. However, you can start making the collage. You have an 8x6 piece of mat board in your paper pieces that are in your folder that you can begin with. But before that, I want to take a look at this watercolor collage PowerPoint. Some of you will watch it, some of you will not. So that's why I'm taking the time to show it to you. You can see that these are collages created. The ones on the left, okay, those are the collage, and then the painting is enlarged to a 11 by 14, and they're a little bit larger. So again, collage, paper collage is on the left, and then the painting is on the right. But I just want you to kind of take a look through these. There's some really good ones. And let's get to the criteria for collages. This is what I want to go over with you. Variety of textures, similar color scheme. We don't want too many colors, but we do want more colors than just a monochromatic. Okay, and I think I talked to you about that. If you're looking at this one right here, doesn't have enough colors in it. All right, that's better. Okay, it's not too many, but it's not too little. So similar colors. You want shapes. You're going to have some text. The text is going to be used as texture. You can cut out the entire word if you want to, but just keep in mind you're painting this. So be leery of using too small of text when you're putting this in your collage. You're going to have cut and torn pieces. We want a wide variety of values. We want light colors, we want dark colors, we want medium colors. Now let's talk about textures. We want smooth textures, we want rough textures. And over here on the other side, it shows you, okay, how you create a strong contrast. You've had this. We want a center of interest. We want to repeat things. Maybe it's a color that we're going to repeat. You want interesting space. We want variety, which we just talked about. We're going to extend all this off of our piece of mat board. We want to overlap. We want contrast. Odd number of objects is not really going to come into play on this particular one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so I'm going to switch over to here. These are a couple that I've done. Okay. I'm sorry about there we go. Sorry about the screen. This was one that I did. You can see that I've used all kinds of similar colors. I have texture, and the texture, I have a smooth texture here where the water is blue. That's smooth. Then I've used a rougher texture right here where the rocks are. I have cut out a shape. And I've also I've ripped pieces of paper, and I want to show you what that is. So I'm starting here, and I've just went through, and I have found some really cool things that I think, you know what, I would like to paint these. So I'm going to start with the background, okay? Maybe not the whole background, but just a section. And I have already cut out my frog that I'm going to put on there, sticking him on there. And I have cut out these eggs. I think those are going to be kind of neat to paint. And I think that these color schemes would go well together. I just have to figure out where I'm going to place this. I think I'm probably going to just overlap it right like that. Okay, so I still have some blue right in there. I also found this really interesting splash. This I am definitely going to cut out. Okay, I want to cut this out because I want it to be pretty... I don't want to have to paint a white edge around it. I want everybody to know what this is. Okay. I am just going to put that probably right like that. So it's extend off the side. Now I've also chosen, I have some browns in here and some reds. So I'm just looking through and look at some of the cool textures I found. This is a great big eye that I can use. I'm going to use that. I'm going to pull in some of these reds and oranges and place over here. This is another cool texture. This is a purse. Now I want to show you how you're going to rip. Okay, you're not going to cut everything out. We want those white edges. So when you're ripping, you're going to put your hands together, and if you rip one way, you're going to get more of a white edge than if you rip the other way. Okay, so I'm just using this as a texture, but I have to have, I definitely want to have that ripped effect. And I'm going to even take some of her skin tone there. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a pretty good. And I'm going to set this right over here. So I have browns over here. I've got some browns over here. I've got blues in the middle. And I'm probably going to pick up some more of this and probably distribute it at the top. And I can cut that. I can rip that if I want to. Just going to stick some of that up there. Okay. Looks like I might need some green. So I'm going to go and I'm going to try to see if I can find something that has some green. And I found this here. Well, I don't have much ripped pieces. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip this flower so I have a little bit more white, some edging. And I'm going to rip that all the way around. And I think if I stick this way, and I'm just going to put it upside down, maybe to the side there. I don't want this to be too red in here. So I'm just kind of working with what I have, and you can see in this little section here, I'm going to move these things around, okay? This is not going to be exactly what I want the first time. So once I figure it out, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glue stick, rubber cement, whatever it is you have, and you are going to adhere that down to the mat board, okay? And once you have this critique or this completely done, you're going to bring this in and we are going to put a clear packing tape over top of it. The reason that we're doing this is because, well, I don't want to get wet, okay? It's going to protect it because you're hauling it back and forth, all right? So that's another thing. Another thing is some people don't like to write on these, and some people will like to grid. So we can use a thin transparency sheet to put on top of that if you decide you want to grid this. So that is the only thing that you are going to do on this lesson is create your collage. It's a 6x8. Please refer to the PowerPoint and make sure that you have all the criteria. You will get graded for this. Once you have this done, you are going to take a photo and you're going to upload it to upload where the photo collage should be uploaded on Schoology. Okay, look forward to seeing you guys in class, and we'll carry on to the next one.